Hello to all my fellow Orlando Magic 4 lifers out there and all Magic fans from around the world. My name is David Link, and I am here to start a brand new Orlando Magic podcast. It's going to be called Talking Magic for Life and Orlando Magic Pod. And I just want to bring my love for the Orlando Magic to you guys. And why? Because there's not enough outlets out there showing the passion we have as fans for the Orlando Magic, because we don't get that much coverage on the national media. In my opinion, there's some hate towards the Orlando Magic on the national media that somehow, even when we're doing stuff good or we're doing stuff bad, they always find some way to nitpick us. And I'm here to show everyone that the Orlando Magic are back. The Orlando Magic are back. They're on the rise again. And I wanted to share that with you guys with the new podcast. And let's get started. So what we're doing right now is we're in the middle of the 2022 Las Vegas Summer League presented by 2K23, and the Magic played a couple games so far. And in that first game, they played the Houston Rockets. They won 91-77 over the Houston Rockets. And in that first game, we got a first glimpse at our number one pick, Paolo Banchero, the forward we picked out of Duke. And what I got to say is, he showed everything in this first game on why the Orlando Magic front office and Jeff Weltman, the rest of our front office, picked him at number one. He has the frame. He's 6'10", 250 pounds, has the frame ready for to take the beating of the NBA, and he showed it in this game. The first thing he did was he went to Coach Mosley, said, I want to guard Jabari Smith Jr., who was picked third by the Rockets. And he played that guy really well. He locked him down. You know, Jabari Smith might have got past him a few times, but he had one block on him where he was a chase down block, and he did a really good job on his defense. And his defense was one of his big knocks on him in the whole, draft process. Everyone said that that was one of the reasons why they didn't think he should go number one was his defense. And in the two games he's played in the Summer League, he has shown everyone that he can play defense and has the willingness to be the guy to help his team defend against the other side. He has really good on-ball defense. He has the athleticism. He had some really good blocks. He had a chase-down block against Jabari Smith Jr., and he had a game-saving block in the double overtime against Sacramento, that if he didn't have that block, we would have lost that game. But like I said, in this first game against the Rockets, he showed right from the get-go why he was chosen as the number one pick, showing everyone that the Magic did not make a mistake picking him at number one. He made his first two shots. His first shot he made was a three, and then he made this other three, which was a step-back three over Jabari Smith. Ooh, man, that thing was nice. It was a step-back three that he just drilled right over Jabari Smith Jr.'s head. And one of the great things he did was he showed his willingness to drive to the basket and get to the line. He shot 15 shots from the line. He was 11 of 15 from the free throw line, which is great for us because we were one of the worst teams getting to the line last year, and we need someone who can get to the basket, get fouled, and make free throws. Making free throws definitely helps. Those are free points that no one is guarding you. Free points from the line, and he played great from there. 11 of 15. I believe we're now going to be one of the top teams who get to the line just because of Paolo Banchero. And he is pretty athletic, more athletic than most people thought he was. And he just played really well. In that first game, he played 26 minutes. He was 5 of 12, 2 of 3 from three-point land. He had, he shot only 5 free throws in that game. He was 5 for 5 from the free throws. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers. And that was all in 26 minutes. That was pretty good for our first game. He showed the flashes of why he was chosen and what makes him a top-tier player coming out of college. And he has that bravado, that that alpha dog personality that we have been lacking in the Orlando Magic organization. We need that top dog, that player that can just say, give me the ball, and I will get that shot up for us to win the game. He is coming into a great, basketball family for the Orlando Magic. The culture that Jamal Mosley has built so far in his year he's been our coach has been amazing. The camaraderie between all the players love each other, and that's what Banchero is coming into. He's coming into a situation where players are there for each other. They're there to make each other better. They're there to encourage each other. They're there for each other, for the team, for the city, and he's excited. He even said in his interview that he's really excited to come to Orlando, to bring Orlando back to where they used to be. Orlando used to be one of those teams that was always one of the top teams in the league. We always had the top offense. We had one of the top defenses. We sold out games every game. We played against sellout crowds. We used to be a team that the big free agents wanted to come to. We used to be a free agent destination. And I believe with the picking up of Banchero, we are now getting back to where that used to be. But I would say the big draw from the first game wasn't even Paolo Banchero. It was our play from our second round pick, Caleb Houston. Caleb Houston was a second round pick at number 32 out of Michigan, considered a 3-and-D player. Or really, we picked him up for his shooting. He is a wing player who can shoot the ball. Some say he's kind of like a poor man's, Klay Thompson, which if he's a poor man's Klay Thompson, I'll take that. Klay Thompson is one of the greatest shooters to ever step on a basketball court. And if we can just get any bit of Klay Thompson in Caleb Houston, we are golden. Just telling you, we're golden. If we can get that kind of shooting from Caleb Houston on a game-to-game basis, and he can make a consistent shot from either the 2 or the 3, that'd be great for us. Caleb Houston in that first game showed that he probably should have been picked a little bit higher than number 32, but he shot the ball really well. In that first game, he played 28 minutes. He shot 7 of 12 from the field. He was 5 of 9 from the 3-point land, and he was 1 of 1 from the free throws. Altogether, he had 6 rebounds, and he was all over the court. And he showed the willingness to make the right cut to get into his open spots. And he was shooting lights out, man. It was great to see. And that's one of the main things Orlando needed is we were one of the worst teams in the league on offensive side. Our offense last year was terrible. We couldn't do anything. Once our starters left or any of our good offensive players were to step the bench, it would just go downhill from there. And our three-point shooting was atrocious. And now we're adding Caleb Houston, who shot the ball really well. And if he keeps doing that up, if he can do that on a consistent basis when the season starts, I'm going to be ecstatic. We're going to be golden. And he showed that he could. Like I said, he shot 5 of 9, and he was always in the right spot when you needed him to be. And he was there for his teammates to get him the ball, and he played great. And he's played so well so far in the games he's played in so far in the summer league that the Magic have rewarded him with signing him to a 4-year, $8.2 million contract. The first 2 years of that contract are fully guaranteed, and then the years 3 and 4 are not guaranteed, being the fourth year being a team option. But I think he's going to play himself into making that contract fully guaranteed. That kid's going to be good. And I'm excited to see where the Orlando Magic are going, and we are going in the right direction. We are a team that's on the rise. We're a team that is going to be a team to be reckoned with. The Orlando Magic are getting back to being the old Magic of old, and I'm excited for that. I have grown up being an Orlando Magic fan. I've been one since I was 5. I've been there through the Shaq, Penny, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson era of the early 90s to mid-90s. I was there for the Tracy McGrady years in the early 2000s. I was there for the Dwight Howard era. All those eras, great eras of basketball for the Orlando Magic. Some of the greatest times to be an Orlando Magic fan were in the 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and that's what we need to get back to. And we are going there, and we are getting there. And I'm just excited, because being a Magic fan is, a huge part of my life, and I love them. I bleed the blue. I'm finally now an Orlando Magic loyal blue member, meaning I have season tickets, so I'm going to get to see all our players, especially Paolo Banchero, play in person every game from the Amway Center. I'm so excited to see that kid play in person. It was awesome seeing him play on TV, but seeing the games in person is a whole new experience, and I'm going to be there for that. And just to be a Magic fan at this time of the franchise for this time period is exciting. I'm happy for where we're going. I'm excited for all the fans. I'm excited for all of you guys, just, that you're going to feel what I feel. Because I know you all are bleeding the blue just as much as I am. And, the Magic are there, baby. They're coming back. We're on the rise. Banchero's about to light the league up. That kid is going to light so many people up. It's not even, funny how bad he's going to crush it out there. I think he's going to be the leader for Rookie of the Year, and he's going to be I believe he's going to win Rookie of the Year, be our first Rookie of the Year since, Mike Miller won it back in 2000, which is pretty cool because Mike Miller is actually Paolo Banchero's agent, which pretty brings him back full circle to his Magic career. He got drafted by the Magic out of Florida, won Rookie of the Year in 2000, played his first 3 or 4 seasons in Orlando, and then he got traded. And he probably never thought he'd be back working with the Orlando Magic organization. But it's pretty cool how life brings you full circle sometimes back to where you started. And it's cool to see him part of the Magic organization again. He's also the agent for R.J. Hampton. And let me talk about R.J. Hampton. R.J. Hampton, in my opinion, is a great player, and he has so much potential to be a good player. But I loved how he went to the front office and to the coaching staff to ask if he could play in the Las Vegas Summer League. That's great from a player because a third-year player doesn't need to go to Summer League. They're already most third-year players, if they're good enough, already established themselves that they can play in the NBA and that they can be there for their team and know what to do to be an NBA player. But he wanted to show his front office and his coaching staff that he wanted to improve on the things he needed to improve on and get more reps in. And so that's why he asked to play in the Summer League. Only thing is that I believe he hasn't done that well so far in the Summer League. In that first game, the first few, they have him playing at point guard. They have him running the offense, and he was just, forcing it too much. He was forcing it too much, going too fast, wasn't making the right decisions. He would drive himself down the lane again, then he would get stuck and have to throw an ill-advised pass that would lead into a turnover. In my opinion, he's better as a two-guard, coming off the bench, playing the two-guard position, because when he was in that position in the regular season last year, that's where he played the best. He actually was one of our better three-point shooters coming off the bench. He actually shot the ball, I believe, around 35% or up from his catch and shoot from the three-point land. And he was one of those players that can drive to the basket, make the right cuts, and that's where he needs to be. The Magic need to stop trying to play him at the point guard position. That is not his position. He is not a point guard. He is a two-guard shooting guard. And those type of players are the ones that take spot-up shots, they take catch and shoot, they drive the basket, and they try to get to the line. He is not a guy who should be trying to run the offense. Leave that to Leave leading the team to Markelle Fultz or Cole Anthony or our new guy, Paolo Banchero. Those are the guys that should be leading our team. Should be leading the offense, not R.J. Hampton. Hopefully, the Magic finally figure that out, that they shouldn't use him in a floor general position, and they move him back to the 2 guard, and they use his skills from that position. That's where he's more capable from, 2 guard position. And the main takeaway from the 2022 Las Vegas Summer League I can get from Paolo Banchero is that his playmaking abilities to pass the ball to his teammates and passing ability, in my opinion, is his best attribute he could bring to the Orlando Magic and the NBA. That kid has the ability to find his teammates wherever they're at. He can find them making the cuts. He can place that ball right in the pocket, right in their shooting pocket, and he made some awesome passes in those 2 games he played. I thought the best pass he made, probably the pass of the Summer League, was that pass he made from the corner of the elbow. He was being guarded, and he one-armed threw that ball across the court to Caleb Houston in the corner, and Caleb Houston hit the 3 from the corner. That is a grown man's pass right there. That is like LeBron James-esque. And he didn't do that. That was no two-handed push pass or chest pass. That was a one-armed He-Man throw across the court to his teammate Caleb Houston on the other side in the corner for the 3. And he had a really good no-look pass where he threw it over the guy, head to the player who was driving the basket. He made a layup. And he has the ability to find his teammates, and that is going to be huge for him. That guy is going to be a stat stuffer. He is a basketball gym rat. He wants to win games. Be the guy at the end of the game you give the ball to who gets us the bucket, gets us the win. And that kind of player is a player that the Magic have been looking for a very, very long time. We have finally found our superstar. His name is Paolo Banchero, P5 from Duke. We got at the number 1 pick. And I am so excited. He is part of our team now. And he is going to be there to grow with our young core, to grow. He already has a great basketball on-court relationship already with Cole Anthony. Those guys already, you can see the chemistry those two have. Right after he got drafted at number 1, him and Cole Anthony went to the gym and put up some shots to get in some practice to get that chemistry going. And they're already showing that those two already got a chemistry going. I kind of wait to see those two get in the real games, see those two mesh. I cannot wait to see Markelle Fultz finally come back from a full offseason of training to lead this team. Dude, this team is going to be lit. Markelle Fultz is going to – I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for Paolo Banchero, and I'm excited for the 2022-23 revenge tour that is Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz is going to show everyone why they should never have forgotten that he went number 1 and why he went number 1. Because he's had a whole offseason to work on his game, to work on his shot, his offense, his defense, his passing, the whole offseason to put in the weight room. Because so far he hasn't had those kind of opportunities because he's been injured. So when you're injured in the offseason, you don't have that you don't have the time to put in to get yourself better because you have to put in the rehab to get yourself 100%. But he has a whole offseason now, and when he starts next season, he's going to hit the ground running, just like he did before his injury. Just like he did when he came back last year in those last 15 to 20 games where he was probably our best player on the court and showed why he was picked at number 1 and why our offense runs better when he is running the point. And it's going to be awesome. I'm excited for year 2 of Franz Wagner. That kid is an amazing player. Got dogged by every media outlet. I cannot believe that most of the national media didn't have him in their all-rookie team voting. Those people who didn't have him in their top 5 or didn't have them on their list for all-rookie should be ashamed of themselves. I don't know what basketball you guys were watching, but no way shouldn't Franz Wagner not be on everyone's list for all-rookie. He top 5 all-rookie, top 3 all-rookie. That man killed it averaged 15 points a game. He had, 4 or 5 rebounds a game, shot the ball at a nice high clip around 35 to 40%, was the best three-point shooter of all rookies, led all rookies in scoring, led all rookies in points scored, led all rookies in minutes played, games played. He played in 79 games, almost became the first rookie to play all 82 games, missed it by a few games. And all you guys did was dog him in the Rookie of the Year voting. He should have been top 3. The Rookie of the Year voting should have been, Scotty Barnes, Mobley, then Franz Wagner, then Cade Cunningham, and then Jalen Green. That should have been the top 5. No way did Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green, in my opinion, outplay Franz Wagner. The only reason why those guys had better stats than Franz Wagner is because who else do those teams have? Cade Cunningham is the only player on the Detroit Pistons who even has skills to make baskets. They didn't have anyone else to go to, so they had to give the ball to him. He had to run the point. He had to put the points in. If he didn't put his points in, the team would have sucked even more. And it took Jalen Green half the season to get to where he was. Franz Wagner did his damage from game 1. Game 1 to game 79. That man was consistent from start to finish. And he was, from start to finish, the best rookie in the NBA in the 2022 season. He was dogged by all of you. All of you. You all thought he'd be a good player. We all thought he'd be a good player. We didn't think he'd start off where he did. But when he did, when he came to the court, when he came out from game 1, all he did was show why that kid is a beast, why that man is a man among boys, and why he was the top rookie, the most consistent rookie out of all of the rookie class, the 2022, 23 rookie class, the 2021, 22 rookie class is going to go down as one of the best rookies to come into the NBA. And Franz Wagner is going to be considered, in my opinion, the best one who came from that rookie class. And I am so angry at the national media that they just dogged him just because he played for the Orlando Magic, just because the Orlando Magic didn't get enough exposure in the national media. No one was watching Magic games. Well, that bullshit. They should have been watching Magic games. And we know what they don't know is that Franz Wagner is here, and year 2, that man is about to blow it up even more. He's going to take that year 2 leap, and woo. And let me also talk about, Jalen Suggs. Even though he had a down rookie season, he only averaged 12 points. He was injured for most of the season. Right when he was injured, when he was starting to really learn the NBA and learn the speed and get it, is when he went down. But when he came back, he showed why he was a top 5, top 3 prospect coming out of Gonzaga. And he's already one of the top defenders in the league. Not top rookie defender, but top defender, period. He is showing why he's going to be a top defender. And year 2, Jalen Suggs, get ready, NBA. That man is going to light it up as well in year 2. And I'm excited. He is going to show everyone, because every player on the Magic has that chip on their shoulder. And they're about to show the entire league the Magic are not a team they want to play. They're not a team they want to be messing with. They're not a team they want to come see. They're not a team they're going to show that the Magic are not a team you want to come play in the Amway Center or want to play in your home court, because the Magic are about to light things up. The Magic are rising like a phoenix out of the ashes, and they are back, baby. And I'm excited to be there front and center, and I'm excited to have this new podcast for you guys to see my thoughts and about the Orlando Magic and show my love for it for you guys. And I hope you liked my first episode. I know it was a little choppy. I probably ran on a little bit. I probably mumbled some, and I hope you like what you're watching. And if you do, subscribe to this podcast. And I also have other social media outlets. I am on Instagram at Orlando Magic for Life 89 on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter at ORL Magic for Life 89. I also have a Facebook fan page, Orlando Magic for Life, and a Orlando Magic, fan group, Orlando Magic for Life. Again, watch my show, go out there, support the Orlando Magic. Like I said, the Orlando Magic are on the rise, baby. Go out there, support our team, show the national media that Orlando Magic is back, that we are not fans who just give up on our team. We're fans who are passionate, just like the rest of the league, and that we are here to stay. We're on the rise, and we're about to light shit up, baby. Orlando Magic for Life, out.